Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another CyberCast IRL. This is episode 19. Can you believe it? We're almost at 20 episodes. That means we've been doing this for 19 weeks. Well, give or take, right? I think I did a couple like back to back at one point, and so, but that's pretty good. Not too bad. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I look forward to the team cybersecurity raid, as they love to roll in right off of Jerry's jaw jacking at the end of that. Very cool stuff. We got already a bunch of good conversation going on in the pre-show chats with some of my very good friends. We've got Cary Chasen, we've got Super User Dude, Jeffrey Johnson showed up, of course, as always, the biggest friend of the channel, which is Wayne's Real World. Lots of cool stuff going on in there. We were talking about projects and what we are working on. We got people working on Proxmox and Waza or Waza or Waza, or I don't know how you say it. I always just say Waza because it seems to be very smooth and easy to get that out of the old face hole. There you go. We got people rolling in though. Here it comes. There's Fleetus. What's up, Fleetus? Thanks for joining me. Who else do we got going on today? I see Centennial Gray. I see White Hat Sheepdog. What is up, brother? I know I keep forgetting to send you that comic book. It's coming. I'm putting myself on blast right here in front of everybody in the real world. It will come to you, by God. Yeah, I'm looking at it right there, and I put it there so I wouldn't forget. And then I'm not leaving the house, but I have started leaving the house a lot more because this week I started going back to the gym. I signed up for a gym membership. And trying to get that health on, you know what I mean? I sit around a lot, and I have gotten a little soft around the midsection, you know what I mean? And that is not conducive to a long and healthy lifestyle. So something had to be done. So I did. I went and signed up for the gym. I've been to the gym every week, or every day this week. And whew, buddy, I'm tired. I am tired today. You are getting tired, Daniel. That is for sure. I slept like the dead last night. I was like deep dreaming. I had a dream that my wife shaved my beard while I was like asleep at an airport. And then she thought it was hysterical and I was enraged because then I look like a 12-year-old without the beard. And then if I did shave, you guys would probably think I'm 20 years younger than I actually am. But thanks everyone for joining us today. There's Legrat. There's GL is 86. Cool. FedEx in the house. What's up? Good to see everybody. How it's your legs? Yeah, legs are sore, chest is sore, arms are sore, all sorts of fun stuff. But yes, everybody's starting to talk about the monster. The monster. It's monster time. That's right. The morning pour. Now, I forget who it was that told me last week that there were, or at least was, a new monster flavor on the market. Zero sugar, because that's what I like. Hawaiian something or other. Guess what? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I found it. And I got it right here. Ultra Blue Hawaiian is what it's called. Ultra Blue Hawaiian. FedEx says, give me $20 for the beard shave. You are going to have to up that price, good sir. $20 is not worth it at all. At all. Let's get this morning pour out of the way, shall we? I'm looking forward to this because not only did I find it, but I haven't tasted it. I had this. This will be like a reaction video of what I think of the new Ultra Blue Hawaiian Monster. Are we ready? Gotta. Oh, yeah, just shot Blue Hawaiian Monster all over my laptop screen. Oh, okay. I'm getting a whiff. It's smelling good. We need a camera close up. Yeah. Here we go. Morning pour. Got to control that pour. Can't let it get too frothy. If we want a single pour. Whoa. I don't know where's the best place to put it so the mic picks it up. It's very blue. It is, dare I say, ultra blue. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. Give it a little tap. Time for the first sip. Ready? Here we go. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's what's up right there. That is what's up. You know what it tastes like? You know those like red, white, and blue popsicles, bomb pops, firecrackers, whatever you call them? It's like the blue part of a firecracker, of a bomb pop, and which is my favorite part of a bomb pop. So we might have a new contender for best monster. Mm. Oh man, that is tasty. I like it. I like it. Get this can out of my way. All right. Well, now that that's out of the way, I'm feeling, yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. Oh, Zero Com says, I miss ice cream trucks. An ice cream truck does visit our neighborhood during the summertime, so they're not dead. And I mean, they might be in your area, but when we moved into this area a few years ago, I was like, ooh, what is that jingle jangle I hear of a tune? That sounds like an ice cream truck. And my kids, they just lose their minds. It's $5 for an ice cream, but welcome to the modern world, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this is CyberCast IRL. If you're new to the channel, let me give you a quick rundown of what we do here. We talk about cyber stuff. It's all on the table. Anything you want to talk about. If you have a specific question, this is also kind of like an AMA. So if you have questions for me, I've been training cybersecurity for like 10 years. So if you have questions for me, feel free to throw them in the chat. Make sure you @ my name so that I see it. I'm gonna get to you, chat. I've seen a bunch of my name going on, so I'm gonna get to you in just a second. So if you want to make sure that I can see what is going on, well, let's do this so that you got to make it look like this. See how these good folks like Fred on here says @Daniel Lowry, and see how it kind of like highlights my name red. This pouring is really becoming a thing, huh? It is becoming a thing. It's our morning thing. And it is a fun morning thing. I enjoy the morning pour. How about you guys? You enjoy the morning pour? Is it a highlight of your Friday? I know it is mine. But there you go. Yeah, so if you want to make sure that I see your comment, you got to do that. Now, I am an imperfect person, and I will miss things from time to time. Wayne's Real World is in the chat. He is kind of like batting cleanup for me, as I like to say. If I miss something, he'll try to bring it to my attention and reiterate that you have said something so that I see it. And hopefully we can get to most things, if not all. Now let's go to that chat this morning and let's see what's going on. What have I missed? Asking me how. Oh, they're talking about my shirt. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You like that? Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah, I love this shirt. This is like my favorite Goonie shirt that I have. I have a few Goonie shirts, but this is my favorite one. I've heard that recently Gen Xers have been being referred to as Goonies, and we'll take that. We will absolutely take that. That is a great, great thing. Good morning to everyone. Goonies never say die. That's right, Dennis Keefe. You absolutely are right. We never say die. Happy Friday, Fleetus. We saw Fleetus, Cary. Okay, yeah. Looks like I'm catching up. Let's see. Talking about the monster. LeGrat was talking about my dream about my wife shaving my beard. Says it's like a Samson and Delilah dream. It is, right? I get all my power from my beard. If you were to shave it, I would become a withered weakling. Outlaw 11 says, you aren't the only one that needs to hit the gym. I'm with you. I also have the beard shaving nightmare. That is funny. Let's see what else is going on. We should go OSINT what Daniel Lowry looked like without a beard. You will have a hard time finding pictures of Daniel Lowry without the beard, especially if it was pre-90, like that. The only pictures you'll probably find would be pre-1998. Ah, let's see. What else do we got here? Love the morning pour, says White Hat Sheepdog. So do I. Cary Chasen. What do I do now to attempt to get a job, and how do I ask a company to volunteer for help them? And so that I get a small amount of money. That's a great question. When it comes to volunteering, you typically don't get any money. That's the idea behind volunteering. Uh, you're usually getting experience. I am totally joking. You're also joining me today for Allergy Day. My allergies are going crazy. I'm a little phlegmy. My nose will just out of nowhere start running. It's done it like 3 times this morning, and I get choked up real quick. But getting an attempt to get a job. So Cary was talking earlier. Everybody show Cary some love today. Just thoughts, prayers, good vibes, feeling whatever you got, throw it his way because he's feeling it, and it's world is worlding him at this point in time, and he needs us to kind of like to gather around him, give a good slap on the back. If you can help him out in any way, reach out to him. Cary, I don't know if you're on LinkedIn or not. Yeah, you are. What am I thinking? Yes, duh, you are on LinkedIn. Reach out to him on LinkedIn or something, and just like, hey, brother, this happens to all of us. I have totally been there, where the world is just life is lifing, and it sucks. And that is the thing. When it comes to volunteering, like, what do you want them to volunteer for? What is it that it's usually an exchange of experience for free labor. That's the idea behind volunteering. Or you're just trying to support whatever cause that is going on. That is just you. That's kind of a way that you can give charity to your favorite organization or cause or whatever the case is. You volunteer to help them, and that way they can put on things and they don't have to pay for it. So I think a lot of charities will be in the same boat that they have no money to give. All they can give is experience for you. But it is good experience. And what you do is you just kind of like reach out through emails and phone calls, and maybe even if you can show up face to face, handshake kind of thing, and say, hey, I have these kind of skills. I really I'm looking to get some experience in that world, in that realm. And I would love to be able to help in any way, shape, or form so I can gain some experience for those skills so that I can add that to a resume and gain work and do so on and so forth. It's all about being a genuine person and kind of putting it out there. And you're going to get a lot of no. That's just how it goes. But the more you do it, and the more you just say, "Hey, you'll start to become comfortable with those conversations, and then somebody will take a chance, hopefully." And that's how it just works. Same thing with jobs. It's the same idea, except this time you are trading skill for money instead of skill for experience. I guess money and experience when you have a job. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. Everybody reach out to them. And then just think of Chunk doing the truffle shuffle. And that will lift your spirits. Carrie Tyler says, I have to take the CISA Plus before the end of the month. Any recommendations for cramming? Oh, that is a great question. Cramming. I like to just reread all my notes. For me, my notes are the thing, right? They are the best thing I have as far as condensed information about the topics that are going to be covered and in the way I think about them, right? So it's like you wrote a book for yourself that is specifically like a love letter to you, right? It has all your love languages in it, and you know exactly what everything means. There is no ambiguity. So for me, I write very detailed notes as I'm studying. And then, of course, anything that I know I'm not strong on, I spend the bulk majority of my time trying to get some hands on as well, trying to push yourself. Like, here's what you can do. Take your notes as you're cramming and go, could I explain this to someone else? And then try to do that. Like, do like a quick write up or a blurb. You don't have to post it or anything, but just act like you were going to write a 5-minute blog a 2-minute blog, a 1-minute blog on that topic. Could you do it? Are you prepared to make that happen? And you can't look at your notes. You just got to kind of shoot from the hip. What do you know? What did you forget? And then look at your notes and go, oh yeah, man, I don't really understand that. Let me look into this more and then just drill down into those topics. But good luck, Cary. I hope you pass. Let us know how that goes. Yeah. Best of luck to you on that. Let's see. White Hat Sheepdog says at DEF CON, aren't the volunteers called Goonies? They're called goons. They're called goons. And I think that they are getting a bad reputation because that is not something that people are enjoying too much. At least word on the street. Word on the street. Dream Logic Inc. says the code beard. FedEx, he went up to $50 for me to shave my beard. Brother, you're going to have to add some zeros without a decimal point to the end of that before we even get into the ballpark of it being even a thought that might happen. I love my beard, and I would cause it no harm. Let's see here. White Hat Sheepdog says, isn't Daniel Lowry without a beard like James Harden without a beard? Funny. GL is 86 says, try bouldering for a workout. Prefer it over weights at this point in my life. I don't know that we have a rock wall gym where I live. So I've done bouldering before. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's takes every little like fine muscle in your body, get hella good grip. I do train my grip though. I've got, come on now, let go. There we go. I've got these right here. It's called Captains of Crush. And this is a 1. Okay. If you can pick these up for like $25 or so, if you can, you hear that? If you can do a 1, you have a decent grip. They also have a trainer. I have them up to 2.5. And 2.5 is the one, like 2 is tough. 2.5 is the one where I'm working on right now. If you can close a 3, I think it goes up to 4.5. If you can close, or 4, it's either 4 or 4.5. If you can close a 3, you can call the company and they'll send a ref to an area that's close to you, and they will certify a number 3 close. They say if you can close a number 3, you can basically like crush an apple with your hand. It's like squeezing a brick, right? I can tell you that 2.5 ain't no joke. But good, they say grip strength is a good indication of health if you have good grip strength. So I constantly work on my grip strength. I like having the ability, and it has come in handy from time to time to be able to like have crazy strong grip. So I try to keep it strength up. Let's see here. I think there's only been like 8 people or 10 people or whatever that's ever closed a 4. One guy's name was Joe Kinney. And he was just like a normal looking dude, but he had the strength of a shaved silverback. It is insane to watch him do his number 4 close. It's like as slow as humanly possible. And he just grinds the stumps together. You can hear it like grinding. You're like, that dude, if he grabbed you, he owns it. He owns whatever he puts his hand on. It is his at that point. Let's see here. Cary says he's trying to get back into the food industry because he can't get into the IT field. It is a tough, especially right now. Apparently a lot of people are feeling the hurt when it comes to trying to get into IT and cybersecurity specifically. And that is just kind of the thing. We just came off an election cycle. Not that we're going to get political about anything. It doesn't matter who what administration is getting in. Elections tend to affect businesses because they start going, whoa, we gotta kind of pump our brakes here on what we're going to do because we got to see what this administration is going to kind of do. And then they let the dust settle. And once the dust settles, then things start to go back to normal. Hopefully that's exactly what happens. We're only, we're in March, so we're really just now getting to 3 months after the administration change. So it takes a little time. Give us some time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, as that dust settles and organizations start to figure out what they can and cannot do, then they're going to start to do those things. A lot of that time will probably be like, oh, we need to hire people to do X, Y, or Z. So it's just a real it's just not a great time right now, right? So it's unfortunate. Like my chat went crazy. And hopefully, as things cheer up a little bit, you will start to see more opportunity. You're volunteering. If you're volunteering, like I volunteered for like a women's pregnancy center one time to redo their network because their network sucked. Cool. Let's go make that happen. And I had an old switch that was laying around, but it was like perfect for what they were doing because their network had grown. And I just approached them and said, "Hey," my wife was working there at the time, and I was like, "Hey, if you'd like, I can come and revamp your whole network and rebuild it." And I spent an afternoon after their doors were closed, and I went to work and rewired things and set up a managed switch and supercharged their network. And it was so much better because they were having all sorts of network issues. I said, "Well, I have skill for that. Let me help you out." And guess what? That's experience. Check. Put that on the res, right? That's the kind of thing you can do. If so, if that's what you're looking for. You tell them, "Hey, I've got skills in IT. I've got skills." You talked about food service. I got skills in food service. How can I apply those skills to help you guys out so that I can gain some more experience with that? So that I can say that I've used that for something other than home labs and stuff like that. I want to have more cool things to look at when it comes to my resume. That's just a great way to do it. And then, of course, the tried and trues, brother. Build build stuff. I know you said you got a few things laying around the house. Make some cool blog posts. Talk about relevant things for home networking and home labbing, and start a blog, start a YouTube channel. I mean, you can, as long as you've got a camera, like who cares about quality and all that? Worry about that junk later. This is all about you just kind of putting yourself out there. Start to do those build stuff, do projects, put it in GitHub, build something crazy that you can put in GitHub. Use simple languages like Bash or something like that to automate something that you do all the time. Who cares if everybody has done it before? You haven't done it before. And if you don't have all the evidence, right, you have to show your work. If you don't have all that evidence that people can look at and point to, then it's just you going, "Oh, yeah, I've done that," right? But if you go, "It's right here. Yeah, I did it. You can see it. It's amazing. I love it." Cary says all he has is book knowledge. Then there you go. You have nailed the weak spot on your resume, right? If you are not taking those things that you have learned in a book and spinning up a virtual machine or five, building a lab, trying that stuff, failing hard at it, figuring out why you failed hard at it, then trying again and then succeeding with it and then going, "Cool, I now know how that works." Then doing a write up, doing a blog post, doing a walkthrough, doing a whatever, and putting it out there for the world to see. Make a Git book, create a tool that automatically does that thing. So it makes your life easier to do it again. Putting it in GitHub and getting on LinkedIn and making a post about it. If you're not doing that stuff, then that's really a hindrance to you finding that work. So I would highly recommend just take one thing that you super like about IT or cyber or whatever and turn that into a goal of, "I'm going to spin it up. I'm going to work my way through it. I'm going to get super handy with it. If I can, I'm going to automate it. I'm going to make that a project, a LinkedIn post that points to the blog post that I did." So blog, GitHub, LinkedIn, the whole nine. Make that a goal. Give yourself something to do with it. And then you can point people to it. Goes on your resume. That is actual work. And it does count. All right, man. Let's see here. Moving on. What do we have here? White Hat Sheepdog says, with all the layoffs going on, especially at the federal level, do you think we should learn about the trade of being an electrician since it's kind of in the same realm? It's funny you say that. Electricians in most of the skilled trades out there, we are sorely lacking in the United States, sorely lacking it, right? So last year I did Hackspace Con. I emceed for them for the con. It was a lot of fun. It's a great con. And afterwards, we stayed late because we had to. I say we, it was me and the production staff. So it was me, Sophia Goodwin, Kathy Chambers was there, and then some people we knew from being at IT Pro TV because they handled all the camera work and stuff. So we were breaking everything down and putting it away, and the guy that ran the astronaut museum that's there, that was the venue we used for the con. He was telling us about how any Florida school or student, should I say, any Florida student can come here and take classes completely free. So if you're homeschool students or I think it went from elementary to high school students, there were classes that they put on throughout the year at there that they could take advantage of and come and learn something about STEM or space or whatever. I was like, this is super cool. And he was telling us that they got involved. One of the welding tech schools there got involved with them, and they put on classes on how to weld, and they were hiring the high school kids before they were even out of high school. So they would get to be like the last 3 months before they were going to graduate, and they were hired 6-figure salaries out of high school to be welders because SpaceX, NASA, Blue Origin, all that space type industry is right there, and they are dying for welders because you have to do a lot of welding on these giant, things, build platforms, build rockets and crap like that. And they were like, they can't get enough of them. They cannot get enough skilled labor. And going back to your point about electricians, doing that kind of thing. Especially when it comes to, so one of my best friends works for Schneider Electric. He learned to be an electrician in the Marine Corps, and then went to work for like an electric company startup or something I think it was in Qatar. He worked in the Middle East, and he came in. Now he works for Schneider, and now then he became a trainer. But yeah, like working on PLCs and putting together electric things that is stuff that they actually do. So yes, it is a very good kind of like in the Venn diagram. There are certain spots where we meet in the middle there with electrician and IT cyber. There's definitely some overlap. You just got to find that. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. He does very well. So if you're looking for a good paying job, that could definitely be one of them. White Hat Sheepdog says, "Well, I shave my beard for charity." I don't know, man. I'd just rather give money. I don't know that I would do it. I want to, because my goal is to never shave my beard. That's what's up. I would just give money. I would raise awareness. I would do everything else, but shaving my beard. I see you, Wes Bryan is in the house. What's up, Wesley? Wes, I hear you're going to be on a podcast very soon. Very, very soon. Michael Firos is going to have you on, man. I am looking forward to seeing that. Wes Bryan getting back out there. Love to see it. Let's see here. What else is going on? We see Wayne's Real World is greeting Wes Bryan as well. Outlaw 11 says, Captain's Crush. Yeah, Captain's Crush are the gripper that I have. Help train your grip strength. So I used to take these to, Wes probably remembers those. I used to take those to IT Pro TV and let people try to close the weakest one I have and, watch grown men struggle. So Captains of Crush. That's what you guys are looking for. The Captains of Crush. Cary said, I used those grips when I was a kid. My dad didn't want me to have limpy handshake growing up. I can open a can and squish it to get the stuff out. Yeah. It is fun to have a strong grip too. Okay, let's see. What else am I missing here? What's funny is my chat is not updating like it used to. Shout out to Sophia Goodwin. That's right. She got a new job. Congrats. my young Padawan, I'm glad to hear that you are fulfilling your dream to broadcasting and news and all that stuff. You're having such a good time. I see you on LinkedIn all the time. I haven't posted on LinkedIn. My wife told me that you got that, so I got to go find your. It didn't show up in my feed, so I got to go find it and give it a like. Everybody here, go find Sophia and give her a like for her new job. Let's see here. Okay, I think I've caught up. This is Outlaw 11. Been wondering how many people that learn hacking and give up because of the job market, or maybe even go black hat. That is a good question. I hope it's not a lot. I hope they don't go black hat. I mean, freelancing, I feel like I was talking to Wes about this actually. I feel like freelancing is the way to go, right? Become a single person entrepreneur or a single person business where you're just kind of freelancing your cyber skills out, your IT skills out, create an LLC, become bonded and insured, do anything legal that you got to do, and then just start small and build a book of business. And there you go. And guess what? Even with those small little mom and pop shops that you're working with, you are gaining actual real world experience. Now, obviously, you're not going to be doing crazy work out of the gates, but you got to continue to grow with your skills and your knowledge, and then you can take on more engaging work. And guess what? As those mom and pop shops grow, you grow with them. Hey, we need to implement more. I go, okay, well, let's do this. And you charge them less because you're kind of out of you're doing something that you don't have a ton of experience or maybe even any experience of doing at the time. So they get a really good price for you to kind of learn on their dime. Guess what? If you got hired onto a job and some new technology came out and you worked there and they would go, hey, we need this new technology. It looks like it's going to do great for this business. Learn how to implement that. So you would be doing the same thing there. That is on the job training because it used to happen to me all the time. I would just be sitting at my desk. My boss would come in and go, hey, this virtualization thing seems to really be taking off. Let's virtualize all our servers, or at least as much as we can, because we had like right around 100 servers at the time. And I was like, okay. So I got online, I looked up VMware, ESXi, got me a download of that. I had a whole I built a proof of concept that I could get it stood up and working with vSphere and all that fun stuff. And oh, look, I can migrate, I can do this, I can move, okay, let's implement. And then we dropped it from 100 servers to like 30. So we took like a third of the physical metal hardware that we had out of the closet. And it was awesome, right? So you would be doing the same thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. Let's see here. KevTech in the house. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you, brother. And says Daniel Lowry in his radio voice. Welcome to KTLA, the missile, where we have all the cybersecurity hits all the time. Let's see here. Wes Brian says, I can break a virtual lab environment with the best of them. He can. Wes will tell you, my nickname for him was Galactus, the eater of worlds. He could break an anvil. I've never seen anything like it. And I'm not throwing shade on him. It's just a thing. This is an objective truth. Oh, let's see here. Super User Do has a great idea. Seems like a YouTube channel themed on Watch Me Struggle that posts videos of failing until it works would be great for putting ourselves out there. I absolutely agree. Cary, that is a phenomenal idea. Do that. Just flip and do it. It is, I think anybody would love to watch that because everybody struggles. You get to see finished products on most videos, right? I think that even Kashmir, Casually Joseph, his YouTube channel, I think when he started out, we watched him struggle through a CTF or something, but it was very engaging, right? It does happen. Now, don't get me wrong, there comes a point in time, like I've had plenty of people ask me to do live hacking stuff, and it's like, you don't want to watch that. You don't, that would be that could be a 3-day video. It's like, who knows how long it's going to take me to finish that. Uh, and it's very like, it's just a lot of me staring at the screen going, why did that not work? Now, if you get really creative with the edits, then that is doable. Where it's kind of like, once you figure it out, you kind of reset back and go, okay, well, I got stuck here, but I figured it out. Now, let me show you how I did that. And that's a great way you're taking notes of like what didn't work and then why it didn't work. And that knowledge, right? That knowledge of why it didn't work is easily just as important of why it does work, right? That it goes to the old IT joke, right? The server goes down, prod is just completely down. They don't know what to do. They call an expert. The consultant comes in. He looks at the server rack, pulls out a little hammer, taps the server rack at the bottom. Lights come on. You hear the Millennium Falcon spin up, and everybody's like, "Oh, that was amazing!" And he hands them the bill, $30,000. They go, "That is ridiculous. We want an itemized list of what we're being charged for." No problem. Pulls out his little book, writes down tapping server with hammer, $1. Knowing where to tap server with hammer, $29,999. There you go. Right? That is great knowledge. So I think that's a great idea. Thanks for putting it out there, Outlaw. Cary Jason says, thank you for that. I do a couple of write-ups. I guess they get lost in my LinkedIn and I have to find them again to point them out. Yeah, you got to get really organized, right? Treat it as like a side job because it takes up time and it takes up effort and you have to be organized. I have a list of stuff right here that I have to look at and go, okay, I'm getting ready to film. I'm getting ready to do YouTube. What can I not forget? Oh, turn the camera on. Make sure that my mics are unmuted because I can't tell you how many times I've created entire YouTube videos and went, oh, there's no sound because, yep, it's muted. It's muted over there. Hands in the air. What have I done? I'm an idiot, right? So you have to be very systematic with that. It keeps you on point. It keeps you honest and it keeps you going, right? And it's almost like you're gamifying your own little thing, and think about it as investing in yourself in getting that job. You want to have something that stands out from every other resume. That's what you need. And it sounds like from what you've told us that is kind of like the missing piece in what it is that's going on with why you're not getting work. So take some time, just maybe an hour a day, right? Where you're just like, you turn off everything else and you go, I'm going to work on X, Y, or Z. And then you go, tomorrow, I'm going to work on this. And you write it down, you set it to the side. And tomorrow, when it comes to that time, your little alarm goes off and says, hey, it's time to work on career. You go, oh, cool. Everything goes off. Pull out your note. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. I wanted to work on Waza. I'm going to spin Waza up today. I'm going to build a virtual machine, do that. I'm going to go into try hack me. I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to do a write up. You gotta work at it and you gotta spend the time putting it out there. And if you just kind of go at it with a scattergun approach, it's not gonna work as well, if at all. So cool that Kev Tech is here today. I'm so glad my bro showed up. I'm gonna see him in Tampa. I'm gonna be at Tampa B-Sides. I got my ticket and everything. Kevin mentioned that he might be there. I hope to see you there, bro. Let's see here. Really enjoyed. Kevin says he really enjoyed our interview. Yep, it is. It was a lot of fun. We should do something else again, bro. Maybe we'll do a sit down. If you do come to Tampa, me and you will just sit down and have a conversation, and we'll film it, and that'll be fun. Let's see here. Wayne's Real World says the topics that come up are a treasure trove of help. Yes, they are, for not just you guys, but for me as well, because I have to think through and work through problems that I might not necessarily be having at the time, but have had and forget about, or it's very easily that I could experience. So pre-gaming that and pre-working my way through that stuff is is gold. So like I said, this is an exchange of ideas and thoughts, and I love it. It's so good for all of us. Wes says that the grippers are a exercise in disappointment. They are tough to close. Kaz Joseph says, how much to get a Daniel Lowry shred stream? I got to get an audio interface. That's the thing. If I get an audio interface, we'll do something. I mean, I'm not that great of a guitar player, honestly. I'm okay. Mustache IT says, make a GitHub pages for projects and write hubs. Yes, it's just such an easy thing to do. It's free to do, and it's a great way to point someone to how you to show your work. Is Mike in program? Mike who? Who Mike? Time to get to the studio and record. Okay, Wes is saying, good to see you. Who's here? Am I missing someone? Cool. Kevtech says he should be at Tampa. See you soon. Yes, sir. That'll be awesome. Looking forward to that, bro. What Mike is here? West Bry High. Yes. Okay, I'm trying to look through. I know I've missed something. Okay, I think I'm caught up for. Cary says I have to do the write-ups, my installs for Windows 10 and 11 and Linux. Dude, that is gold. Cary says I have to do the write-ups for my installs for Windows 10, 11, and Linux. Absolutely, right? You think everybody's done a Windows 10 install. Everyone's done a Windows 11 install. It doesn't matter. There are new people hitting the market every single day that haven't done that and are trying and failing, or just want to see what to expect. And why not yours, right? Why not your write-up become the one that they find and see, right? So absolutely do that stuff, especially Linux. Find some odd flavor of Linux and do that. That no one, it just becomes something different and yet the same at the same time. I casually joke says, I'm better than him. I think I've actually caught up with the stream today, or with the chat. Cool, finally, man! You guys have been hit my name. This has been a really good conversation. I mean, we've been going. I haven't taken a breath. It's been 42 minutes. This is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, kids. I am enjoying that ultra blue Hawaiian. I have been I just keep wanting to drink more and more and more. It's that good. Okay, let's see here. Casually Joseph just threw the gauntlet down for you, Cary. He says, try and install old Arch Linux without an install script. That's a challenge. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know what would also be a good one? Is something like FreeBSD, right? You don't see that a lot, but doesn't Mac OS use some form of BSD under the hood? Like Darwin, isn't Darwin basically some fork of BSD or something? But there you go. Right. Duke Norris says some Raspberry installs with different OSs. Phenomenal idea. Like a Raspberry Zero is, let's go check it out, right? Let's go see how much they cost. Let's go to amazon.com. I know you said that your like cupboards are bare and everything like that. MTXGMB. Let's see. Raspberry Pi Zero. Doesn't have to be. But there you go. This one has Bluetooth and everything, right? Like wireless and all that. You don't even need that one. Just Raspberry Zero. I'll take off the the W. How much are those? I don't know if they're going to show us any of those. They look to be about $25-$30, right? But there you go. That could be a great way if maybe you've already got one laying around. I know you said you got, like I said before, you got some stuff. Let's see, what did I miss here? Anything? Anything? Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, pfSense, OpenSense. If you've got some boxes laying around, some old laptops, these are great projects. Tech Ricky says that pfSense and OpenSense use BSD under the hood as well. That is a great project to figure out stuff. Let's see here. Legrat asked me, did I ever get my beelink PC? I sure did. Fun little story is I was moving the light over here the other day, and I leaned over to do something and the light fell over. Obviously, it didn't break, which was good. And I was like, oh, stupid light. I was so mad. Well, I have a few odds and ends kind of strung across this way. And one of them is a monitor cable from that beelink to a monitor. What I didn't know is when I put the light back up, I stepped over everything. I walked out. I came in the next day, did some stuff, and then I went over to turn the camera on and was, what is that? And the beelink was upside down on the floor. It fell off the desk when the light came down. It hit that monitor cable, and it's a HDMI cable, and just on the floor it went. It never lost power. It never nothing. It rocked. So I can tell you from experience, it will take a 3-foot fall. And yeah, it still keep rocking. It is running. I really like it. Right now I've got Linux Mint on it because you guys know I love Linux Mint. And it is a nice piece of hardware for a very, very good price. Yes, it is great that it is still working fine. But there you go. If you're looking for something, and now I'm looking at, so I've got 32 gigs of RAM in it right now and a 1 terabyte NVMe. I believe that it has a second NVMe slot, and I can upgrade it to 64 gigs of RAM. So that will be my next hardware project for it, to upgrade it, just to give it a bit more storage and a bit more horsepower, and even make it more of a beast. They should call it BeastLink, not beelink. Thing does not die, right? And for the, I think the RAM is probably going to cost me the most. So another 32 gigs of RAM will probably run me over $100. So that will definitely increase the price, but still, for what you're getting, that's a nice little toy right there. All right, let's see here. LeGrasse says, I passed a recommendation of the beelink to a friend. He bought one and is using it as a media center. I thought about it, but instead decided I need a gaming laptop for what I need. And that very well may be necessary. I will eventually also need a gaming laptop. I don't need one right now, but I know that is coming for certain things like this. I technically have a gaming laptop. Yeah, the Casually Joseph asking me about DDR5. The beelink is running DDR5 that I have. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it is. Let's go make sure that is not a lie, that I'm not spreading misinformation here. Beelink SER8. I believe it is DDR5. There it is. Yep, 32 gigs of DDR5, 1 terabyte NVMe, M2 SSD, USB 4, triple display, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, and 2.5 gigabytes LAN PC. That is exactly what I bought right there. 8 cores, 16 threads, Ryzen 7, 8745. This is the beast. Now you can upgrade, right? There's a few upgrades that can go on here if you want to spend a little more money. They got this Ryzen AI 9, so it's got it's specifically for AI, I guess. Here's one with a 2 terabyte and 64 gigs for $1,100, a little over. But that was a tad out of this boy's price range. So I did not go with that. I don't see any other 64 gig option. Man, I just need more RAM. I don't necessarily need more processing power. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Beastlink. Yeah, I'm now tempted to get it when you talk about upgrading. Yeah, I mean, it's just such a good little platform. And I think it is meant to be self-serviceable, right? Right to repair kind of idea. Let's see here. Wayne's Real World says Kyle asked about recommendations for forensic workstations. Are you talking about hardware or software or both? Give me that, Kyle, and we'll see what we can do. Cary Chasen says, someone told me that on my LinkedIn profile, they can't see my pictures. How can I make it where it's public? Can't see your pictures where? They can't see your LinkedIn pictures? Or GitHub or what? Wayne's Real World points Kyle to a BHIS blog on doing exactly that. Very cool. Casually Joseph says, ideally you would just make VMs and crunch out of those. Cool. Wayne's Real World is looking to find that blog post for you. So that'll be excellent. But yeah, I don't do a lot of forensic stuff. It is kind of fun for the bit that I've done in the past. A lot of fun. It would, if I were so inclined, I would definitely move my focus in that way. And I am kind of inclined. The red team stuff just captures me so much. I really enjoy anything hacking, but forensics is so close to that. Over here, forensics is so close to that that's why it easily kind of like grabs my attention. So your profile picture, Cary says his profile picture. Your profile picture on LinkedIn is not showing up. Let me look. Let's see here. Cary. Am I saying your last name correctly, by the way, Cary? Is it Chasen or Chison? No, I see your profile pic, bro. You got IT support, tech repair, cybersecurity. I'm Cary. Let's connect. Booyah. You got a decent amount of followers, bro. You just got to start building on that. I see your profile picture. Let's do a quick, we got 5 minutes. Let's do a quick Cary, critique of your LinkedIn real quickly. You got a profile pic, but it definitely looks like it's coming from your webcam or something. You can even use AI to get a very professional looking profile pic. There's an AI out there. Let's go look for that. I forget what the name of it is. If you guys in the chat know, just go ahead and throw it on there. AI generated profile picture. AI headshot generator, Insta headshots. Hundreds of stunning headshots, right? And it's just a great way to get a really good picture if you can't afford a photographer and all that stuff, which is totally fine. I don't think that this is like a misrepresentation of you at all. It's just like, it can cost a bit of money to get a nice headshot. So if you can come in here and create your own headshot with AI, why not? And it looks really good, looks really professional. And that's just a quick and easy way to kind of up. I like your profile banner. I think that looks great. You got Navy veteran, IT support, computer repair, CompTIA. You got your certs in there. Let's see here. Let's check your abouts. All right. You say, what can Cary do with a computer to help out? Well, for starters, he can install both Windows and Linux operating systems. He can help out with looking at the desktop or laptop to see if there are any software issues or any viruses or junk that doesn't need to be there. Then I can run the computer afterwards to see how much better it runs. Okay. This is where, again, AI could probably help you out. Cary says that he has set the wrong. I had it set wrong for the picture and it was only set to first connections. Gotcha. So that's why I was seeing, because we are first connections. Hey, right? Little fine tuning, little tweaking never hurt nobody. It was great that somebody reached out and said, I can't see your picture. Am I crazy? Yeah, I am. Sorry about that. I constantly forget to change the shot back. But yeah, there you go. So I would definitely work on this about. It's good. It's not great, right? That's just constructive criticism. I get it. You get it. Probably a lot of people that are looking at it that right now, if they're checking out your profile, get it. But you need to make it. What's the words I'm looking for? Like, you really want it to stand out. The information is good on what you're doing, but maybe get ChatGPT to kind of help you reword it so that it's a little more engaging. That's a little more, I don't know, spicy, a little pizzazz. Show that personality of you, like you always doing dad jokes and stuff. That's really cool. That's fun. Show the fun side of Cary while you are kind of giving the information about what it is that you can provide as far as services and knowledge. Okay. So let's see here. What else we got going on here? I'm just kind of looking through is Dream Logic Inc. is here. Hey. Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. Which one, as she says, which one do I prefer, Mac or PC? Okay, hold on. We'll get back to Cary here in just a second. We only got 3 minutes left. Hopefully we've already given you a lot of good help on what you can do with your profile there, Cary. But I prefer Mac when it comes to displaying or doing multimedia stuff. Other than that, it's PC all the way with Linux on top. Let's see here. Simply Cyber Family, thanks everyone. Thank you. Happy Friday. See y'all next week. See you next week. I'm sorry I missed you. Oh man, it's hard to keep up with the chat, especially when you're neck deep in thought and trying to help out here. Let's see here. Kathy Chambers in the house. Just got off calls. Sorry I'm late to the party. Better late than never, girl. We got it. Don't worry. Yeah, Kathy is in the house. Someone's mentioning Pico CTF. Cary Taylor has to bounce. Doggy wants to go outside. Thank you. No, thank you for watching, Cary. Thanks for joining us. As always, we're almost done ourselves. I'm going to take a quick more look at Cary's profile here. And let's see here. When it comes to your skills, definitely kind of like maybe go with a more bullet point approach. It makes it easier to follow. You've got this kind of like piped list. If you can format that as to be more viewable, that would be better. It makes it easier for the eye to grab and ingest that information. And then you can also kind of like explain, maybe make another section explaining how that applies and why they should care, right? This is one of the things that you're always having to do. You got to remember, when you're telling somebody something, giving them information, you also have to remind them why they should give a crap about it, why it's important, and why it affects them. KevTech says, looking forward to Beat Size Tampa. I am as well, sir. Always a good time. Can't wait to see you there, brother. So yeah. If I think with a few of those changes to your profile, that's going to be great. Everything else is looking good. You got your certs in there, excellence. And then it's going to be all about your posts, right? Well, not just that. Let me put it this way. Your engagement in LinkedIn. You're going to make posts about interesting stuff, point people to great resources. 2, You are going to engage with other people's posts, right? So go out there and not just a, hey, nice post, but this was a great post. And here's why. Here's my thought on that. Give them some meat on your comments. So like it, support it, whatever you want to do, react to it. And then when you comment, and you absolutely should comment, tell them why you commented, not just because you thought it was good, but specifically what you thought was good about it and your thoughts about that. Ask a question, start a conversation, get a thread going. That creates engagement for them and for you. There you go. So those are some ways in which you can better utilize your LinkedIn. Hopefully that helps you out. I can feel I'm starting to lose my voice. Oh man. Well, it looks like it's 11 o'clock, kids. This has been a fun one. Hopefully been helpful specifically to Cary. Don't say that we don't support our community. We absolutely do. That's what this show is here for. That's what all of you are here for. I mean, we got KevTech in here. We had Wes in here today, right? We got White Hat Sheepdog always shows up. We got Wayne's Real World always showing up. We got a lot of you that are always showing up and supporting and throwing resources. That is why we do this, so that we can help support our brothers and sisters in arms. And hopefully, Cary, you take away some great and valuable, advice and things that you might be able to do to help get you past that hump and hopefully find that first job or start building your own business, doing freelance stuff, or whatever it is that you think you might be able to do, volunteering, and start getting that and get the ball rolling. I really hope that for you. I hope that for everybody. And anybody that was silent today that is on the same struggle bus that Cary is in, man, we feel for you. If there's something we can do to help you out, we absolutely will. If you want us to take a look at your LinkedIn profile, maybe that's something we start doing on the show. That could be a great segment, right? Hey, let's look at someone's LinkedIn. Let's see if we can help in any shape or form in making that happen. So thanks everyone for joining us. Appreciate you. As always, until next time, keep hacking.